Hi guys, welcome back. Don and I have been running around all over Houston area looking at tools and bringing them back here to the shop, either to rebuild or keep for our own. Now, this is one that I bought that I thought I'd kind of show you, and I'm kind of proud of it. It's a Cincinnati Millicron M2 tool grinder. And I haven't touched anything but the surface over here just to check, see what it was. This is the way it came. It's 3-phase. It's got operator controls on all 4 corners, so you can move it and work it from any of the 4 sides. The only thing that it really, I wish it had, was the motors gone off of it, or the slow speed handle. I'd love to find one and put that back on there. That way I could do some spindles easier. But other than that, it seems to be in decent shape. The spindle up here, it's got its own motor and it's belt driven with 2 speeds. You can start and stop it from up here. You stop it anywhere. Rotates all the way around. It's a single side mounting spindle, so you're kind of limited in that way. My 13 in there has a spindle on both sides. This does not have coolant, and it doesn't have that motion motor, so basically you get to use 1 row of buttons down here. It came with a machine that I had never seen before, and I had to go look it up online to find out what was going on with it. It's a Helix point drill bit sharpener grinding fixture from Step Tool Corporation. I don't think they make them anymore, but it has a lot of different functions. You can put a Harring special collet, C5 collet, I think it's extra length on the end, tighten it up. Rheostat for the motor, everything works. And you can set the angles, and it's said to really make a nice drill bit point. It's not wide like a chisel point, and it's more pointed. And so when you go into material, it stays, and you don't have it skating around. The other item that it came with is this Weldon air spindle for sharpening things like end mills. It's kind of in bad shape. This was sitting outside of the main tool room in the big warehouse. No air conditioner, humidity control. So the finish on this is kind of bad, and there's a lot of staining on this air spindle. But it moves freely, and I think it'll be fine for what I'm going to do. What else can I show you about it? Got a one-shot oiler here. It was full of oil when I got it. I don't know if that means they never used it or what. But I oiled it up and let it set for a couple days, giving it a pump every once in a while, and it really moves nice here. I've been using some degreaser and a mild pad on the bed here to see what it looked like. It's going to be okay. After I get it down, I'll use some of this Neverdull in it, and that really will clean it up. 3-phase, works good. Now, I've got one Weldon fixture over there, and I seem to have another one down here on this table. Well, this is one I've had for about 10 years, and I don't need 2, so this one's going to go on the block. I need to sell it. Don't need 2. It functions. It's got a funky thing on it for another one, but the spindle is in much better shape than the other one was. All right, that took $10 off. No. Actually, all it was this wasn't tightened on the end. There we go. Comes with a set of collets for all the different size bits. You put these collets in here, and your bit shaft goes in. Good tool. It's got the tilt attachment on it. If anybody's interested, just leave me a comment. Some way to contact you. Now, the real reason I'm showing you all this is I've got to get all of that off the floor. That is all the tooling that came with this unit. It was in that silver metal cabinet that was really rusty. I cleaned it off and painted it. Front looks terrible. The bottom of it's nearly rusted through, so I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I went and bought another one at a used office furniture place. I'm afraid the weight of all of these accessories will just crater it over time. So I've got to get this out of the way, because I've got to put in a pallet load of operators right there, because I'm leaving Saturday to go see Brian Block at his shop. I'm going to take him his steady rest and check the place out. So I need the space. So I figured I'd just do it and show you what all came with this. Now, it came with the right angle block that's been fly cut, so I don't know how right angle this is anymore, so we'll just put that over there and wait for it. See why I say I'm not sure that cabinet will hold all the tooling. I think they call this the universal fixture. Now, I am not a grinder hand. I will be soon, hopefully. But you can put just about anything you want in this, and it indexes. It rotates, and somebody told me that's a very often used fixture. I'm just going to pull things out and lay them on the table. How's that? A box full of Cincinnati machine parts. I don't know what the heck they're for. Got a bag of ball bearings. That may be for the table. In fact, I would think that these, you see them, might hold those balls, and that's what keeps the balls under that table. If that's so, I would bet that those balls have been replaced. Hopefully. Got a couple of dry belts for it, for the spindle. Another fixture. This is another step tool fixture. It's a Harring step tool relief grinding fixture. Man, that's the same thing as that one is. Only it's got an angle that you could turn it to a different way. So, got a base here for mounting the motor to it. That's what that is. Center points. Turning something on centers. See, it's got another one. 4-inch weight. Just like the other tailstock points. Everything on this thing is heavy. This is an NUA-25. Got an arm that you can move in and out. The scale here, you can tilt things this way, and then you can adjust them this way. Huh. Look that one up too. A level for the welding. Oh, you guys see all this? Might have to blow this up. Oh, this is the vise for it. Mount it, put a vise on it. Like about 4-inch jaws. You can index it around that table. Came with a little 3-jaw chuck. I'll get a little closer so you guys can see it all. This is a set of wheels, new wheels. Let's say what they are, and I'm not going to take them out. There was a lot of wheels in this cabinet. I don't know if I have, oh maybe. That's a 10 by 1 by 2. 2 of those. Now this one is a Norton. I'm going to ring all these before I even mess with them. That one's got a chip out of it. This is a Norton. It's got a chip out of it and a bunch of stuff. This one's highly suspect. I'm not going to even put it on there. Plates, pulley. Well, I don't know about those. We will see. They're all new wheels. Lots of different cups. Looks like some mounting arbors. You guys aren't even looking over here. What are we all doing? There we go. This one says it's a diamond wheel. different arbors. Maybe balance the wheels out first. Cutting discs, it looks like. A lot of Norton wheels. I don't even know if these will fit on this machine. Big diameter holes here. They might fit on his big machine he had. And we have some these are all double A's. This looks like some mill bits that he was working on. These came from a shop of a man that died about 2 years ago. Now I know all this will fit back in that cabinet. I took them all out. I still have a few more things in that bucket to go with. So let's see what they are. Like I've got a box of empty mill bit tubes. I guess if you're going to sharpen them, that'd be handy to have. Put them back together. This looks like some guards to go on the machine. Now, one of the things I read up about was the collets for that step tool unit. Took a special one. Man bought good collets. This one is a little bit longer. Not much, just a little. It says it's a 5ST, and this is a 5C. So 5ST and 5C. It's another larger, looks like a safety wheel. Okay guys, I have no idea what these are. They're pointed and sharp. And they have a set screw in here where you can put this on a shaft and lock it down. This one has 2, this one has 5 points, this one has 4. You know what they're for? Let me know in the comments, please. I would think they're sort of like some soft wheel you could put in there and it would drive it. This is a box that says timing, collar, radius gauge, lip positioner, table keys, and a belt. I see a belt and another belt and a whole bunch of things. Another thing I've got to find out what it is. Oh, I know. This belt right here goes on that step tool drill bit sharpener. So maybe a timing collar would go on the drill bit so you could lip positioner. That makes sense. Another bed fixture. You know, I bet that you can put on and at the angle like that, maybe a diamond dresser could go in there. And this goes somewhere. Looks like a good selection of collets for it. And he's got a set of taps and one lip mill bit he's made. He ground the other lip off. Looks like we have some fixtures for bolting on, for holding other things, posts. Looks like some kind of positioning fixture. Maybe clamp it and then put that in a lip of a drill bit or something, or a mill bit. Found some more of these collars. This one has 6 on it. This one has 3. I think it's the whole set now. 5, 6, 4, 3, and 2. I know it's getting long, but hold on, we're almost done. This looks like it was shop made. It's got a weld on it or something. Then we have another arm you could use to assemble something, and another post that could line up on something. Got another, looks like you clamp to this surface onto the bed, and then it's indexed and it's got a bolt to hold it. Found some more full-size shields. It just looks like something he made for holding on another shield. Well, found a grinding fixture. Put your collet in and clamp that at an angle, whatever you want. Found some of his tooling, or tools. It's like homemade, tightening up something. Wheel. Man after my own heart. It's got all the tools, what you need, where you need them. And another C5 collet vise. Some other fixtures. And he's got a few of these things like this where you can clamp on and put a rod through and hold something like that. Now this one, not too sure about. Looks like it's broken here, like a shoe went around it. Here's a little ditty. You can adjust it like this. It's spring loaded. And then got a dial on the end so you can go in and out with it. It's right here. So you could clamp this on, maybe have it loaded up to where either safety or stop it that way. Some kind of alignment tool. Several more of his tools. That looks homemade. This will be interesting. It's very heavy. It's steel. They're rolled on one end. And I don't know if that unscrews or not. It's got a small threaded hole down here. Handle of some kind, but man, that's a small hole for something that much mass and length could bend it. Almost through. Couple more fixtures for holding something. Last but not least, something else is in here. Those are collets or sleeves for like an M2 taper or something. And he's got a point in one of them. That's all the goodies in the boxes. Thought we'd kind of give you a close-up look. Starting off over here, those tubes are just empty. That's a universal fixture, I know. These hardened collets, the ST stands for a specific length. And like the green ones, those are just regular 5C. So those in the orange boxes are, from what I've read, made for this step toe Healy point. Go back here. Got a little Machinist Vise that you can set to any angle. I don't know what this is. It says it's an NUA-25. Tailstock points. If I had a motor and a way to turn it, I could grind a shaft. This looks to be a set of different shields for the wheel. That's for lining something. Actually, you could probably put this on it. A little 3-jaw chuck and a bunch of wheels. Have to go through and ring those. I don't trust used wheels. Got to look at them carefully. This is a set of what looks to be like hubs for these wheels to go on and be aligned and balanced. This timing collar, I believe, goes to that step-toe helical drill bit sharpener. It's got a collar and belts and all that. The reason I think I know it goes for that is those belts are what fit that machine. There's a second machine without the motor. I guess you could just use that as a spin indexer. These are interesting. Do they hold like a buffing wheel or some kind of soft device on there? But why would you need 7 points, 5 points? No, that's 6. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 2. Maybe they go into holes that are a bolt pattern of some kind. Got me. This is a close-up of that little neat little fixture. This is spring-loaded. And you turn this outer wheel, this expands and contracts right there. Maybe for setup, make it easier to set up when you're using it. What else did I skip over? I don't think I skipped over much of anything. I forgot to show you this. This is another item that was with it, and all these accessories here go with this machine. It's a radioform wheel and tool former. WAF Myers Company. And what I think happens, it looks like you can put this little diamond tip on it in a number of different ways and form just about any grinding wheel you need to. Came in this box. It's seen some better wear, but I think a little sanding and varnish may help it. Everything fits into that box, all the tools and the tooling. There wasn't anything in that. But that's wish I knew what it said here. Got to read up on these old tools, figure out how to use them. I have a few tools for my other grinder that I'm going to sell, but nothing as extensive as this. Anyway, thanks for watching.